Boat Improvement is being brought to you by Polaris, The Way Out, and by Trojan Battery, the world's #1 deep cycle battery manufacturer, and by Spot-Free Water Filter and Softener System, the water filter system designed for people on the go.
Okay, now that we've got the previous system removed, we're going to go ahead and drop in the Mermaid unit. We've selected a spot very similar to the previous system. What we've also chosen to do is, you see, I've got a neoprene rubber pad that we decided to put underneath the air conditioning system. What this is going to do is stop some of that resonating noise, being that this is a relatively open cavity down here. Air conditioners are very quiet, especially the Mermaids with the rotary systems. However, still, we're going to go ahead and drop this on a rubber pad. It's called a 7/8" closed cell neoprene rubber pad that you'll notice now the unit that's built on the 304 18-gauge stainless steel base is going to be separated from the plywood floor. What this part here is, this is going to be the electrical box connection, leaving us plenty of opportunity over here. We're going to not mount the unit down at this time. We're going to go ahead and bring in the water in and water out lines through the previously drilled holes of the existing system, and go ahead and get our water connections hooked up and our condensation line hooked up. Warren's going to go ahead and get those lines passed up to me now. Now you can see what the previous installer had done was had a couple ideas for his water inlet and water discharge lines. Most marine air conditioning systems are equipped with a 5/8" hose line. Being that these holes were drilled for 1 inch actually makes our job a little bit easier. We're going to go ahead and pull through the extra slack that Warren's got available down there. You always want to make yourself available some extra hose line. It's easier to cut a little extra off and try to get some new hose run through here. There really is no preferred option of whether to do your electrical or your hoses first. Really depends on your specific installation application. Being that we've got plenty of workspace down here, we're going to go ahead and just go with the water lines first. Now that we've got the hoses cut, what we're also going to do a little differently than the previous system, we're going to go ahead and double hose clamp each one of our water connections. The previous system only had single hose clamps, and as you'll notice when I was taking those off, if you remember, they came off relatively easily. Hose clamps can, over a period of time, loosen themselves up, so it's always a great idea to make sure that you double hose clamp each one of your connections. Even though this is a relatively low pressured system, you certainly don't want a large pump or a smaller pump running without your hose clamps being extremely tight. Hence the need for 2 hose clamps.
It's time for Boat Life with Claude Wood. Tips on maintaining the appearance of your boat.